Okay, I hope I can live up to Teresa's work. I guess, Mike, how good was it to have your first full week of practice, I guess, in over a month, and how much maybe could you maybe benefit from some of that normalcy?
Anytime we get to meet with the guys and practice and, get back in the facility under, normal protocol and a lot of those things, that's a positive. I enjoy being around the players and coaching staff. I know they do, and hopefully that preparation can help us against an excellent football team.
And how much of guys, when they've come back off the COVID list, how have guys been from a conditioning standpoint, being ready to play, and what's that process been like in getting them up to speed?
I think we got a lot of faith in what Todd and Frank and their staff are doing to make sure that they're ready to go. And we understand, how they feel, and we have an idea of an expectation of what they may be able to handle during the games.
Eric?
Hey, Mike. How has Adoree looked this week? How has he responded to a full week of practice? And do you anticipate him being available Sunday?
Still working through some things there. It was positive. It was good to get him out there and practice, start his window and his time. We'll see kind of how he feels tomorrow after today's work and make that decision.
Buck?
Hey, Coach. Along those same lines, Michael and Corey, how'd you like the week of work that you got out of those two?
It was good. Those guys are important parts of what we're doing. Prue able to play on the line of scrimmage, plays in the backfield, plays in the kicking game. So that's a versatile piece. It's good to have back. And then certainly, what Corey, can bring to our offense and has been a huge part of it. So hopefully we'll see how those guys feel again as the work continues. But I would say that, they felt good and looked good through the week.
And with getting Isaiah back today as well, I know it's tough when you can't string days together with him at practice, but what do you need to see from him before he can start to, before you can find out where he can help your football team?
Start with more than a Friday practice.
Paul?
Mike, can you kind of compare and contrast Dupree and Watt in terms of what you're going to be trying to hold up against pass rush wise?
Two very good players. They got length, they've got speed. The one thing I think, really good flexibility. I think with Watt is just his ability to, bend and corner. Dupree's power, his speed. They play extremely hard. They're talented players, and it's going to be a huge challenge for us. They're both active in the run game, as well, setting the edge. So this will be our best test of the season. I think collectively, obviously, with both these guys on either edges, and they're very instinctive players and they're talented.
Terry?
Mike, how much has Ben Roethlisberger's game and his approach changed over the years? Is it still similar to when he was in the league 10, 12 years ago, or has it changed dramatically?
Terry, you might have to help me on what it, obviously he's not running like he was. I think that's the biggest and probably the most obvious is just, what his, he was so difficult to bring down and tackle. He just had a great confidence in his ability to shrug rushers off and to make plays down the field. Play extension. I think that's there. I think he's been more decisive with the football. He's still tough to bring down. He hasn't been sacked many times. And so, probably just overall speed. I mean, foot speed, but he ran for a first down against, the Texans when he had to on 3rd and 4, scrambled and, stiff-armed a player and was able to reach the ball out. So, he's healthy and he's playing well, very well.
And how much of a challenge does it make for the secondary when he's still able, even at his age, to extend plays and turn and to get the scramble drill going, that sort of thing?
Seems like that's what it is every week, and we have to continue to improve on it. We got to be able to, rush and be able to harness the quarterback and trigger when he does get out of the pocket and make sure that we plaster. And the receivers, again, when they all have at least 25 targets and 5 different guys, they're all available and they're all coming back for the ball. They're all executing what they should be doing. And, that was something that we didn't do a very good job of last week. We got the quarterback to pull up, we triggered him, and we weren't able to execute down there in the red zone on 3rd and 6. So, I'm sure they're looking at that and thinking that they'll probably have the same thing if Ben gets out of the pocket.
John?
Mike, I know you have a long relationship with David Quisenberry. Wonder what you've liked about him over the years and whether he kind of provides a, sort of a reliable standby in the situation where you guys are a little thin at tackle right now.
He loves football. He's a great teammate. I've never seen anybody happier for their teammates when they have success. Watching him on the sidelines. He was a player that, when he was on the practice squad last year, we wanted to try to bring him with us just for his knowledge and support. I mean, it was unbelievable how into the game he is. And then he has a versatility and a toughness, obviously battling with those things that he's been through in his past, like a lot of people. But, I think those are some really good qualities.
Yeah, and then also on the tackle front, obviously Taylor missed the first 4 games of last year. I wonder if looking back at those games, potentially helps in this kind of situation where you're going to be without him for the rest of the season.
I mean, Ty stepped in there every time Taylor was down. Ty's played some snaps for us this year, so I haven't thought too much about that. I haven't looked at that approach, and I know when we went in there the other day and Jeremy busted one for 20 yards. Ty blocked his guy, blocked him well. And when we scored on the Wildcat, we went behind Ty and he blocked his guy and we scored. So, he just ready for the opportunity, stepped in there and has done well. Now he'll get extended time.
Thanks.
Got time for 2 more. Players were itching to go. Chris Harris.
Hey, Mike, anything more you can do to harp on 3rd down defense, given the struggles so far with it this year?
Harp, we're trying to coach. We're trying to coach and play better on 3rd down.
Okay, I didn't know if there's anything specific schematically or anything that you guys have tried to change up just to augment that or combat that.
You asked if I harped on anything, so no, we just try to coach it and figure it out and coordinate it. And there's not a whole lot of secrets to 3rd down. They're going to drop back and throw it, and we're going to have to rush and we're going to have to cover them and get a call in there that the players know and that they execute and then they're comfortable with. That's the secret to 3rd down.
Thank you.
Rhonda, do you want to squeeze one in or are you good?
No, I'm good. I can skip it.
Okay.
It's just whether it's 3rd and 1 or 3rd and 7. 3rd and 1, it's somebody's got to, there's a million calls, but at the end of the day, they need a yard. Somebody's going to have to whip somebody, and then somebody's going to have to make a play, or they, they fall forward. And I think you saw some of that on the goal line or some of those 3rd and 1s. They're close, and whether the back falls forward or you're able to knock them back, that's what it comes down to. That's how we coach short yardage defense, is that somebody's going to have to whip somebody and make a play. And then 3rd and 7, somebody's going to have to rush and win, and somebody's going to have to get in tight coverage.
Appreciate it, Coach.
Yep.
Thanks, Coach.
Mike.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.